like I said on the last one of these, I don't know why, but there seems to be some sort of sound problem on me speaking. It's a bit like in the background. So I am sorry. There's nothing I can do about it now. I'm not re-recording it. So if it does your head in, tough luck, really. Anyway, enjoy. Hi, and welcome back to Finders Beepers History Seekers. I don't know what I just Finders Beepers History Seekers. I don't know what that all about, but on the abandoned house review, my brain's gone now. You know what? I've done so much travelling over the last couple of days, coming back from Ireland and driving around while we're in Ireland. My brain has just gone altogether, absolutely altogether. But this house was filmed a few weeks ago now, so it's been a while, but it actually stood out. This place, I really, really enjoyed it. It's actually not that far away from me at home. It's in Yorkshire, which is like amazing. To be able to go and do an explore that doesn't take 6 hours to get there and back, it's amazing. It's so good. I think it literally took me about an hour to get there and an hour to get back, or maybe just slightly less. So it was such a nice feeling to be able to get back in bed before midnight. It was so good. But I actually really enjoyed this explore. I was on edge quite a lot. I felt a bit weird, and so did Bear. But other than that, it was a really good explore, and I really actually enjoyed it a lot. Let's have a look. Now this looks like it's probably from the 20s or 30s. Looking at the adverts inside, I'm just going to move this box and I'll have a look. Yeah, look, this is what I mean. Bird's custard powder. Robinson's patent barley in powder form. Children's powders. So you get barley powder and then powder of children. Now, before we stop looking at books, there's the prize. 1907. Now, one of the comments that just kept on coming and coming and coming was the 1904 book. I don't get how I missed it, if I'm being honest. So, there was two books I looked at. I think one said 1907, one said 1904. On the front, both of them. The first one I picked up, I was like, oh, I don't know when this is from. Literally said 1904, big letters in front of my face. I'm looking at it going, I don't know. Let's have a look inside. Oh, I don't know. And then there was a bit that said 100 years ago in 1804, and I'm like, oh, it must be 1904. Feeling really pleased with myself that I'd worked it out, even though it said on the front page 1904, and it seemed to bug a lot of you. There's so many people like, I was screaming at my thing. I was screaming to say it's 1904, and you were just ignoring it. And then there's other people like, Matt, are you stupid? Obviously. And then the best bit is the next book along that I was looking at said 1907 on the front. Saw that straight away, no problem at all. Made no sense, but it was quite it was quite funny reading the comments because people really, really were annoyed at me. Now, quite a recent one, another one where you were a little bit annoyed at me was the whole bang on the door thing. The little, I said, oh, I remember these. I remember seeing it on like things in school and like people collected them and stuff. And I'm going, bang on the door though. I don't remember them being called that. It was Groovy Chick. Groovy Chick. Now I know this is not really historical, but it's something that people look back at, and I like that as well. Like if it's a personal connection and say you like, I'm not a girl. I act like one sometimes. I acted like one in this video, but I'm not a girl, so it's not something I played with or had, but it was something I was aware of. So really, I probably should have known, but I don't know everything about these things. Why would I know that? I don't think it was. I think it might have even been after my age, but I remember seeing it knocking about. But I love the fact that it means so much to so many people. Like, I don't mean specifically this, but I mean like you'll watch a video and you'll pick up personally on something that you used to play with, or you used to have, or you enjoyed doing, or you were aware of, you watched on telly, something like that. And it means a lot to you because it's part of your growing up. And I love the fact that people are so passionate about things like that. even though it's not like, I don't know, 200 years old and we're going, wow, look at that. You're looking at something from your childhood that sparks a memory in your head and you're like, wow, I love this. And that, for me, is as much about it as all their history side. I don't always go through the modern stuff, but certain things just make me go, ooh, look at that, or look at this. And I'm so glad that that's the same for you guys as well.
No, nothing really that I can see. You're having a look, Bear. You're having a good look. We're going to get Katie to cut your hair this week. I think you need it, don't you? Because you're like like a sheep. Like a little fat sheep.
Now, there was a few of you that were happy to see the return of Bear. Obviously, when I go abroad, when I go to Italy, France, places like, I can't take him with me. I don't know, is it, some Americans or Canadians tell me, is it easier to take dogs from place to place on planes in America? Because all the Americans seem to comment is, oh, why don't you take him with you? And I wouldn't even think about, how would you take a dog on a plane? It's not something I think we can even do. Like, they'd have to be stored underneath, I think. And it would only be on expensive. I don't know. It's not some. The only way I can think of taking a dog abroad is to take him on the ferry, and then you'd need a passport, which cost a fortune, and you have to have extra jabs, I'm guessing, and things like that to get the passport. But I don't know. It's like people are like, why don't you take him on the plane with you? Because you just can't, and I don't think you ever can do that. But anyway, people were so pleased to see him back. I love going and exploring with him. I am going to try and do some more UK Explores, but everybody I talk to at the moment, it's like they're dead, they're terrible. There's only really one or two, maybe three explorers at the moment that are banging out some really good locations. Really good locations. But everybody else, if you look across all the channels that mainly stay in the UK, it's like the dregs of stuff that people have been doing for years. There's not many brand new places at the moment. I think maybe as the Dark Knights come in, people might go out and find more because they're not going to be noticed and stuff. I don't know. It does go like this. Like, it's not the end of UK exploring. It's been like this before, and it'll go back to like this in however many months again. I think it's just the case of people finding them, and it's like waves. So don't worry, there will be more. There will be more. But for now, it's going to be a mix of both European ones, and I love the European ones anyway. So, but I do love being out with Bear. So it's hard. It's hard to know what's best to do.
It says LNER. I recognise that. LNER. I almost feel like it's something to do with boats, but maybe I'm just thinking liner. And that's quite cool as well. That's a stone, look. But it says on the back of it, I don't know if I want to get it to focus. It says Buttons Limited, Birmingham.
Now, one of the other things I found was the LNER badge. Now, I knew I recognised the name. I knew I'd seen it before, and it's a railway badge, and it was, what was it? London North Eastern Railway. That's what it stands for. So yeah, quite a few of you knew that. I'm not somebody that goes on trains. I'm not somebody that is a geek over trains. I don't train spot or have train sets or stuff like that. So although I did recognise it, it was not something that I really knew very much about. But I love the fact that quite a few of you picked up on that straight away. Now, there was only a couple of people that commented on this, but the fishy soup that I was on about is Cullen Skink. I love Cullen Skink. It's a Scottish thing, and it is so nice. And like when you say fish soup, you think, ugh, that's awful. But it's basically creamy, potatoey, fishy. Oh, butter floating on. Oh, God. It is good. Like, if you want a good winter soup and you're going anywhere near Scotland, get Cullen Skink. Oh my God, it is the best. It is so, so good. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that one as a couple of people had reminded me what it was.
I know. I do it from time to time. I do get upset from time to time. And it's hard, like, coming around these places and looking at people's lives. It makes you very much think about your own and about your own family. And I think that's what upsets me sometimes more than anything else. Thinking about like Freddie and Katie and Amy, my mum and dad. Like, I'm very, very lucky to still have both my mum and dad, like, on into my like middle 40s.
Now, over the last couple of explores around this one had been a bit emotional. I think I think I'm very much. I haven't got this SADS thing that everybody goes on about. The is it seasonal affective disorder? But I do think certain times of year, maybe I have. Certain times of year when the weather is changing, I do seem to become more emotional. So maybe it is that. Maybe I have got it. I think it's a made up load of bollocks, to be fair. However, a lot of people go on about it, and I got upset a little bit in this one as well. And I don't really know why, because I was at home. And like a lot of the time, I get upset when I'm away from home and I'm missing something. So, for example, this Sunday just gone, I was in Northern Ireland and Freddie was playing football, and I was gutted that I didn't get to see it. It's usually on Sundays, family time, spending time doing stuff. That's when I get down. But over the last couple of weeks, I felt pretty rubbish. I've had a big it was on this side abscess on my tooth as well, so I don't think that helped. I felt a bit rubbish, but I think a lot of people think that there's something wrong, and I'm like, oh, but I'm an emotional person. I think that is just one of my traits, whether that be a good trait or a bad trait. Some people like it's good to see emotional men and stuff like that, not being scared to show it. But also, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people think that there's something wrong. And don't get me wrong, I do get lonely. I get very lonely. I miss Andy when I'm exploring. I do get lonely in my own life. I miss previous relationships. But God, I'm going deep today, aren't I? But what I'm saying is, I am quite a strong person. I'm quite good at looking after myself. But I'll show you when I'm feeling a bit meh. I'll make sure you know, because what's the point of bottling it up? And if you have got emotions, too many men bottle things up. That sounds like a song. Too many men. I swear that was something to do with being too many men in the club. Anyway, I bottle it up sometimes, and or have done in the past, and I don't think it benefits anybody, because you just go in a downward spiral. So I think sometimes being able to talk about that and say how you're feeling is really, really good, but also worries people. And that's the reason I think sometimes I don't, is because I don't want to worry anyone, because I'm fine, I'm okay. I just sometimes just need to have a bit of an outburst. And things in these abandoned houses, when you're seeing sad things in people's lives, it's very much, you can connect yourself to that, and that's what then brings it out. And that's when you see me going, "Oh, love my family," because I am close to my family and I love them. I love them a lot, but I don't know. I'm okay though, so don't worry. That's what I'm saying. I'm fine. Now, a couple more positive things. Although, actually, while we've been talking about sort of down, Andy's okay. Andy's getting through his treatment all right. Once again, going to ask you, please bang on the likes on all the videos over the next 7 weeks. Not this Sun, was it this Sunday's video? God, they've been noisy upstairs today. This Sunday's video has got 2,600 likes on it, which I think is one of the most liked videos we have ever had. So thank you so much for that. The comments, obviously, I don't know whether he's reading at the moment, but I know that he's checking out the likes. So keep an eye on those. Watch them going up, because we usually, just to give you an idea, we get about 500 likes on a midweek video normally, and about 1,200 likes on a Sunday video. That is an average, that is a normal. So if we can double those, just for Andy, it's gonna make his day. It really is. It'll help him through things. Anyway, we'll move past that, and thank you for all the likes.
This is where the knees. It's this right one. What it is, my kneecaps keep popping out of place. Right, this next bit I'm quite confused about. There's a brick on the floor there. A brick on the floor, some dust, and this is broken. Hang on a minute. That, brick's not a brick, it's soft. I'm like, why has somebody brought a brick right upstairs? Because I thought, oh, they've not smashed the window, so why is it there?
Couple of stupid bits. People were commenting on my odd socks. Like, there's no point having having matched up socks. There's not enough time in life to be matching up. Totally true. I don't often wear socks. In fact, I very, very rarely wear socks. I'm not wearing them now. I don't wear underwear at all, which I'm sure you really wanted to know. I just think it's easy. It makes life easier, doesn't it? It's two less things to worry about. But yeah, no, I wouldn't match them up. Like, not at all. And secondly, what was the other thing that I was thinking about? Oh, the joke brick. So a couple of people commented on that as well. The squidgy brick that I thought somebody had thrown through the window, and then I was like, well, this is made out of sponge. That was really strange, really funny though. But yeah, I like that there's comedy aspects and things that people notice in there and laugh about. That makes my day as well.
It's these sorts of houses that really sort of... Don't know if you heard that. Where did you hear that? There was a thump upstairs, like something being knocked over. Hello? Hello?
And finally, the thing really that the video was titled about is the noises upstairs, and it was all a bit weird. Bear was picking up on it, but Bear didn't. It was weird because he was picking up on it and he was growling and he was sort of like barking a little bit, but not so much that he was really concerned about it, which sort of, even though he was putting me on edge by growling and barking, by the way that he wasn't legging it up there to go and investigate, it was either that he was a little bit scared and didn't want to go up without me, but I actually think it was, I'm not really that bothered. I don't think it's anything that bad. So, whatever it was, somebody upstairs now, and if they don't shut up, I went. But no, this office just does get a bit noisy at times, and it's always when I'm filming. It's dead quiet until I press that button, then that's it. Bang, 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 bang. But yeah, it was a good house. I don't know what those noises are upstairs. No idea. It could have just been pipes cooling down or something. It could have been anything. But a lot of you were convinced it was more than that. But we'll never know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you coming across. I am probably going to try and film a couple more of these and get caught up. But we'll see, because I have got 40 minutes before quite an important interview that I can't tell you what it is yet. So I'll speak to you soon, and I'll see you later.